Hey guys, just gonna make a quick little video. So if of course you are actually struggling when it comes to this DLC, just wanted to show a few little quick tips and tricks. More so a guide for when it comes to this actual new DLC because it is quite unexplored. There's a lot of stuff out there, of course, but if you are struggling, at least you can refer to this guide a little bit. So yeah, I'll just skip to when we're in the game and I'll just explain a few things to you. So first things first, as we can see, it's kind of stating for us to, I guess, journey into the planet's core. So it's just something to, I guess, take note of when you are actually playing this DLC. Um, so I just wanted to go through a few little tips and stuff, at least when you're starting out. It could actually potentially make your playthrough a lot smoother. So one thing being this wood pile here is a limited resource, but it also is just for cosmetics. So, of course, if you wanted to dismantle it or deconstruct it, by all means, go for it. The wood will just store on the ground. You won't lose any of the materials or anything. The next thing is going to be there's going to be on your seed or in your world, there's going to be a wood heater, 100% guaranteed with a coat rack, which of course you can equip this coat onto any one of your duplicates, preferably obviously one that does not have the new trait, which actually makes you immune to the cold. So just an FYI, of course, when you are checking out your dupes and you are selecting them, just be mindful that that is actually a positive trait that you can have. But if not, this coat rack will, or this coat will actually allow them to be immune to the cold, essentially, or at least this current temperature. There is going to be the wood heater too, which you got a bit of wood here. You've obviously got a bit of a supply down here, so this is going to be one of your early, I guess, items that you're going to be wanting to retrieve or build near. So, at least from my time of playing, what I would like to do is if I don't have that trait across all three of my dupes when I first start out, what I want to try and focus on is getting to there and then placing a few cots around. So that way I've got some wood, I guess, burning and generating heat for when you're first sleeping. So that first night is going to be a pretty tough one. Regardless, just just be aware of it. Next thing too, you want to really get down to is this research portal. So this portal is actually going to unlock three things. It's going to unlock the wood tile, which is cool, good. Of course, this wood tile is going to, I guess, produce or provide, I guess, a bit more of a warmer environment than if you were to use the new tile, which is the snow tile. So yeah, so you definitely want to get that unlocked. You're going to unlock the wood heater. So if you wanted to, I guess, deconstruct this one and replace a new one in a different location, that's how you're going to unlock the blueprint. And you're also going to get this liquid fire, which is going to actually melt ice, I believe, and it's just going to melt the ice, turn it into water essentially, or into bottle form. So, of course, if you wanted to set up some outhouses and you wanted to, I guess, apply a wash basin, that's going to be how you're going to supply your water, at least for the early on. The next quick little thing that I wanted to go through in terms of tips and stuff is we're going to go through the plants themselves. I have actually played quite a few days on this, and I learnt a few things. So, a few things actually being that if you get all these alveo veras, if you get them actually and dig them out and put them at the end of your or the bottom of your base, what they're going to do is they're going to consume the carbon dioxide. You'll obviously get an abundance of just throughout playing the game, of course, and then you're actually going to pretty much trade off carbon dioxide, and it's going to produce oxalite deposits around, um, and as well as it's also going to consume. But either way, what's going to happen is you're going to get these mass, I guess, amount of oxygen or a mass amount of oxygen supply. So you're actually not going to run out of oxygen, um, pretty fairly early on. So what you're going to be wanting to focus on at the start is obviously getting your research station down, maybe researching the farming tab, which is then going to actually unlock that for you. So then you can start planting your own at the bottom of your base. You've obviously got quite a few pockets here that you can open up. Make sure to obviously expand up and down. And in terms of these I guess food. You've got these sheer berry plants. I believe they're a one-time use, so harvest them, of course, porting or whenever you need. Don't be afraid to get rid of them. These flaxes here are actually going to, or floxes are going to be a, I guess, ranching kind of supply to be able to actually upkeep wood, which will then obviously upkeep um, warmth in your base. So that's obviously going to be a priority. There's actually going to be these mammoths or mammoths. You won't be able to see them at the moment, but they are actually going to be able to be, I guess, sheared, and you'll actually get these reeds, which is the material to actually create or produce more coats, which is obviously going to provide a warmth bonus to all your dupes. So yeah, so that's just something to be mindful of. Biggest tips, I guess you can say when you're starting out, is really trying to get down to that research portal. Obviously, obtaining these items here and opening up as many pockets as you can, getting as many of these alveo veras, and obviously planting them at the bottom of your base. Making sure that when you are building and planting, make sure you pause and actually, when you are planning on digging, etc., make sure you're always actually checking what it is you're digging, because what you'll find and what you'll notice is a lot of this material throughout this biome will actually be the oxalites, which obviously you don't want up. You would much rather them, obviously emit oxygen as you, if you do dig them up, if you didn't know, you will actually reduce and lose half of what you could have potentially had. So just be aware of there is going to be a lot of oxalite at this biome. Keep an eye on it. On that, I hope, of course, that helps you out, and leave a like if it did. Thank you.